Welcome to the Crypto Andrew channel. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. We go live every single Saturday and every single Monday. Usually it's 11 p.m. Central Time. Obviously, right now we are going live at 8 p.m. Central Time, so it's not quite 8 p.m. So let me continue to get everything set up and just bear with me a second while I do that. So let me get the music going. Hopefully, you all are having a great night. And right now, Bitcoin is kind of struggling at 96,000, but we're going to go into that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. If you guys are new, appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe. It does help support the channel. And if you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in the description on YouTube. It's only $30 a month. I post Bitcoin updates every single day, and most days I post altcoin setups if the market is looking frothy. So we'll see what happens in this live stream. Right now, let's get into Bitcoin. Let's look at the Fear Greed Index, and I will share my screen so that you guys can see what's going on. Yeah. Sound should be working fine. Right now, looking at the Fear and Greed Index, right now we are sitting at 81. This is technically extreme greed. I believe anything above 75 or maybe it's anything above 80 is extreme greed. So just be cautious. Take profits. Make sure you pay yourself. Have stop losses. You know, unless this is above 90, I'm not that worried. I think it was really close to 90 last week. So overall, it's nothing to worry about, but be cautious because when you do get above 90, usually you do see a pullback on the higher time frames. I will say trade for me recently has been tough. This market has been sideways, and usually weekends are not good for trading. This was the first weekend in a very long time I have not taken a Bitcoin trade because it just hasn't been fruitful in the past. So this weekend, I did not take a Bitcoin trade, which is good, but I'm still struggling in altcoins, not as much as I would be in Bitcoin. I made a few wins this morning, but overall, I haven't made really anything this weekend. So it's kind of been a struggle, but we'll see what happens. So let's go over to Bookmap. Bookmap basically tells you where the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. If I could talk right now, you can see it's this middle column here that you really want to look at. You have some liquidity down here at 95,200, and you have less liquidity up here. So Bookmap is saying right now it's more likely that we do get a move to the downside, and Bookmap also is saying you have a lot of liquidity at 96,000, and that's really the most liquidity is. And then below that you have a little at 95 too. So super short term, I do see a pullback possibly down to 96,000, which is only $200 lower. And then if you don't hold that 95,200 is where Bookmap is suggesting we go. You have more green to the downside than you have red up here, which suggests that you do get those moves to the downside. If Bitcoin did go down $1,000 to 95.2, I don't think that would be the end of the world. So, I'm just saying. So it's Bitcoin is not in a bad spot right now. Thank you for the likes. Let's go over. I will look at the super chats here in a minute. So this is where Bitcoin is sitting right now on the weekly time frame. Overall, it does not look bad. You got your breakout of the bull pennant, and right now, Bitcoin is still consolidating sideways, and it's slowly going up. So you take it from the last high to the last local low. If you want to be a little bit conservative, I like to be conservative, and then that would give you a $120,000 move on Bitcoin. Maybe what happens here on the weekly time frame, you're overbought, you get a correction down. I would love to see the stock RSI come down while Bitcoin is making another flag on the weekly time frame. So if Bitcoin goes sideways for the next 1 to 2 months, I know that might not be fun, but if Bitcoin goes sideways between 90 and 100,000, that would give the stock RSI time to reset. The money flow is also super extended, and you also have the red dot on the money flow. So we'll see what happens, but this is kind of what I'm thinking will happen. You go sideways between 90 and 100,000, while Bitcoin RSI resets as well as the money flow. And then if that happened, and if you do make another flag, I'm just projecting this will happen. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just dump or pump. But this is the most likely scenario, in my humblest of opinions, based on the charts. That could give you another measure move higher up to 140. We'll see what happens, but this is what I'm projecting right now on the weekly time frame. So sideways action for the next few weeks on Bitcoin is not out of the question at all. And when I say sideways action, I mean a $10,000 range, which I don't think is that bad. If you're a trader, that's enough to make money. On the 3-day time frame, you can see that the stock RSI is oversold, going to the downside. Again, the money flow is extended on the 3-day time frame. If we go down to the daily, it's still extended on the daily. What is not extended on the daily anymore is the stock RSI. The stock RSI is trying to make a higher low, and I would say as of right now, the stock RSI has made a higher low at $90,400. Can you hold this local low at $90,400? We will see, but that's what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin is a local low at 90,400. So that is where you have the next massive support to the downside. That is a massive local low for Bitcoin. So the daily time frame looks good to me for a possible bounce, but you have to understand where you're at in the range. Right now, it's not out of the question to continue further down back to that $90,000 low of the range. If we go down to the 12-hour, try to get the bounce, and right now got to the top of the range, and you never got overbought. So again, 12-hour looks like you are due for another correction. 8-hour trying to go sideways. If I go to the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin right now, the 4-hour looks kind of interesting to me. You're already sitting on the stock RSI, trying to make another higher low. And on the smallest of time frames, this is technically a bull flag that could get you even further to the top of the range. We will see. That would get your measure move up to $100,000, $100,800 for Bitcoin. I don't know if this is going to happen. I think it's less likely because the higher time frames are better, such as the 3-day, 2-day, and weekly time frame need to get a cool down. But overall, that's what I'm seeing. If we go down to the 1-hour, 1-hour right now is trying to make a local low and a double bottom at 96,100. If you can't do that, I did say 5 minutes ago, you have more liquidity to the downside at 95,200. So I would pretty much say here, if Bitcoin does not hold 96.1 in the next few minutes, I see a move, unfortunately, down to 95,200. That would not be good for altcoins, but that's just what I see on Bitcoin. And that kind of, I am in a long on Ondo and on Render, so it probably would not be good for those trades if Bitcoin dumps, but that's just what I see going on for Bitcoin. So if you don't hold 96.1, I see a move down to 95.2 for Bitcoin. That's just what you have to hold. The bulls must hold 96.1 tonight to remain bullish short term. So that's what I got going on. If Bitcoin does hold $96,100, I see a possible move to all-time highs. But again, I think the more likely scenario is consolidation because the higher time frames are very extended. We'll see what happens, but that's what I got going on. So the level to watch is 96.1. If you hold that, I do see a pump coming for Bitcoin to all-time highs. If you don't hold 96.1 tonight, I see 95.2 coming. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. And again, I'll be back live Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. So we'll be back live tomorrow. So here's I have a long on Ondo right now. Let me just see if there's any requests. I have a long on Ondo up to $1.46. I think this will happen if Bitcoin goes sideways or gets a small move to the upside. But if Bitcoin does go down to 95.2, my stop loss is likely to get hit. Right now, my stop loss is $1.21.6. So we'll see what happens. It's a very good. I'm risking 40, $50 to make about 600. So to me, that's a very good R&R. But again, we'll see what happens. If Bitcoin doesn't play nice, then Ondo will probably dump. And I'm also in a long on Render right now. So that's kind of what we got going on. I'm also live on YouTube. I see that we have no one watching on YouTube, but we are live on YouTube. So if you guys want to see the entire screen, head on over there. Yeah, so that's kind of what I got going on right now. So this is just kind of, usually my Saturdays are quicker updates and then my Mondays are longer streams. For whatever reason, I always have more people watch on Mondays. I'm not sure I understand that because you would think on the weekends more people are watching, but to me that doesn't seem to be the case. So this is the long I have on Render right now, up to $11 out of this bull pennant on the 15-minute time frame. So I entered this long on Render based on the 15-minute time frame, and I entered the long on Ondo on the 1-hour time frame. But this is kind of what I see. It might not happen. Again, if Bitcoin dumps, this is likely to fail. But again, my stop loss right now, I believe, is $8.34. I kept it below the 15-minute 200 smooth moving average. So that's just what we got going on. And the measure move is $11. Our stop loss is 8.34. It's a pretty good, I think, 5 or 6 to 1 R&R. And that's just what we got cooking. I also see on the smaller time frames, I think we're going to have local resistance probably at $10, but that's just kind of what I see going on for Render. I do see a move to $10 or $11 here pretty soon if Bitcoin can go sideways. If Bitcoin goes to 95.2, this very well might fail. I would very much appreciate sideways consolidation for Bitcoin because I definitely would like my altcoins to pump. Again, it's been kind of a hard weekend to trade because Bitcoin has not been playing nice, but we'll see what happens. And these are the two trades I'm in right now on Bitcoin. Ondo is getting pretty tight here. So again, my stop loss on Ondo is $1.21.6, and we'll see what happens with that. And if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know, and I will look at them. But again, I'll be back live Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time, where we'll have a longer live stream. This one, my Saturday live streams, for whatever reason, are like 15, 30 minutes, and then my Monday ones are like half hour to an hour long. So that's just what I see going on right now. So Bitcoin right now must hold 96.1 to remain bullish, and that's based on my own TA, not financial advice. That's just what I see going on for Bitcoin. So, yeah. Well, that being said, guys, thank you guys for the likes. If you guys have any requests, let me know in the comment section below. If I don't see anything in the next little bit here, I'm going to wrap things up, and I'll be back live on Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. So that's kind of a Bitcoin update where I see Bitcoin standing, and that's kind of where I see my two altcoin setups standing right now. Right now, this altcoin setup for Ondo is kind of struggling. I got into the trade at $1.24. We'll see what happens. But I don't see any requests, so I'm going to wrap things up. Pretty quick stream. And my longer one will be on Monday at 11 p.m. Central Time. So thank you for stopping by. And I'll see you guys on Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. And I guess we'll see if Bitcoin can hold 96.1. That's the key level to watch for tonight on Bitcoin. It's $96,100. So I'm going to wrap it up then. I'll see you guys on Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. Alrighty. Yeah. That's what we got going on. And that's what I see going on in the market. And that's all I got. I don't see any requests. So I will see you guys on Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe and have a great rest of your Saturday evening. Until next time, toodaloo. Adios, amigos.